Let's discuss the top 5 ways men end up overcoming social constraints that try to ensure that they go against their own nature and end up being women's handiwork. Freedom first. When men go their own way, the greatest advantage they have now is that they have the time and freedom to live their lives the way they want. In the past, in casual or serious relationships, men were obliged to live according to the wishes of women. Let's face it, most women want control. They want to control the habits of men, who they can or cannot be friends with, what they wear, their hairstyles, the food they should eat, and the career paths they want. Basically, women take over your life once you commit to them and tell them you love them. These 3 words determine your imprisonment. Women want men who can lean on them and rely on them to make decisions. This is ridiculous because men always make the decisions as the ones who run the relationship. However, with the rise of the feminist movement, which tried to empower women, women believe that everything should be under their control and that a real man should be able to let women make all the decisions. Many men fall in love with this social narrative development and manipulation designed to feminize men so women can make choices for themselves and see themselves as capable women. Thankfully, more and more men are waking up to this and going their own way, realizing the importance of the freedom a man needs to lead a healthy life. Men can now save money, spend it on what they want, and go on vacation without worrying about someone nagging them all the time, trying to decide what to buy or not to buy, even though they're all talking about equality and women's empowerment. The second, rise of mgtow content. The rise of mgtow has led to a surge in mgtow content online. It also let everyone see why there are so many misunderstandings about mgtow. To be clear, this is not about giving way or men to go their own way, hating women, or saying men shouldn't be nice to them. Its purpose is to communicate with men who have been hurt by a woman in a relationship and let them know that there are other men in the world who have or have had similar issues, even if they are on different continents of the world. Its purpose is to educate men, to tell them that marriage and relationships are not necessary, that they are not obliged to help women, and that it is okay not to want to have sex with women. It doesn't matter. Live a happy life with yourself while maintaining a good relationship with family and friends. Society makes men feel that it is their duty and responsibility to support women. The double standard here is, yes, this used to be true, but that was 100 years ago when men were the hunters and protectors of their families and women were happy to be the caretakers and breadwinners of their families. What's happening now is that women still think that the laws that applied to men 100 years ago, that they cared for women, still apply today, even though the role of women is different. Women are now policy makers, chief executives, prime ministers, and presidents. They are no longer what they were then. Many career-minded and ambitious people choose to remain single until their 30s, after which they frantically seek a partner to have children as they realize their biological clock is ticking. So why is it that men are obliged to provide for them? Even in today's world where everything has changed so much, the mgtow community has really raised awareness of this hypocrisy that men still suffer from in society. This will help other young men understand the music played by women. The third, consciousness of women. Another important thing that has happened in recent years is the awareness of men's rights and women's thinking. Since men don't have the power of the media or government to back and support them, they have to turn to the internet and social media to express their views on what they believe is the practice today against men in general. And with the same brush, it is evident that there are bad apples everywhere. But it seems unfair that men should be blamed and punished for being men through no fault of their own, if the entire law is supposed to favor women over men. Think about the divorces in which women who are already rich get the wealth men bought with their life savings. Thanks to mgtow and online social media platforms, men have been able to have their say on it all. It's certainly raised women's awareness of the plight of men. These women understand why more and more men are going their own way, choosing to live without women, and the drama that comes with relationships and commitment. Workplace equality ranks fourth. As more and more people walk their own paths, there is greater equality in the workplace. Let me tell you how. When men decide not to sleep with women, when they decide they would rather live their lives in peace, that is, work hard as usual, away from drama or politics, then that automatically flows into the workplace and allows women to live their lives without other goals. Work side by side with them. For example, a man now named mgtow goes to work every day in his large global organization. At work, he interacts with women, attends board meetings with them, sees them as his immediate supervisor or superior, and sees them as his subordinates. In his department, he would simply focus on the job and getting results. His focus won't be about women in other sectors. This doesn't lead to trying to flirt with a visiting client's wife. It will be all about the work, and he will be constantly rejecting all advances from women. In this case, the men are the winners because they can live a life without any drama, while the women have a healthier work environment. Fifth, the younger generation. The biggest winner in all of this will be the younger generation of males who will realize that they too have an opportunity to navigate the murky waters of relationships and dating and choose to carve their own path and accept society if she will trial. Today's generation will do the hard work for them, and they will gain insight into why people go the way they do, what's in it, and the sacrifices they have to make it happen. More importantly, the younger generation will enter adulthood and understand the true nature of women and how women use men's time, energy and resources. You will have countless examples of these women lying and cheating in their relationships just to make a living and a comfortable life for the rest of their lives, living off the hard work of a man who has done nothing but help her love and support her do them. Therefore, the younger generation will not make the same mistakes as those before them. They don't start a relationship without being sure about the girl. They don't make emotional decisions in relationships, and don't ignore the double standards women have on men in society. They will hold women accountable and point them to their BS. You already know if a woman is trying to manipulate you or trying to use or take advantage of you. You'll find opportunistic women who are in a relationship just to ride on a man's success until his success wanes, and then she moves on to another man to do the same. In general, men are finally winning because more and more men are telling the world that they are going their own way because they want peace and justice in a world that doesn't support men, but turns a blind eye because all the laws are designed to protect men and women prefer women to take full advantage. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.